This week I'm swapping van life for tent life. Vango have very kindly sent me a bunch of stuff to get out camping this summer, and I'm really looking forward to testing out something new. I've not been properly camping in a while, especially not wild camping if I manage to give that a go this year, and I'm really looking forward to it. And tonight I'm at a campsite, so I'm going to be testing out the tent in a setting where I can easily just go back into the van if everything fails. So the three main components of camping is a tent. I have the new Vango Apex, which is a 2-person backpacking tent. It is really lightweight, very small, like I can't believe this is a whole tent. And yeah, I'm going to be figuring out how that works today. I've not even taken it out of the bag yet, so I'm looking forward to setting that up. Then you need something to sleep on. I have the Trek Pro sleeping pad. This is a self-inflating mat. You just open the valve, it does it itself. And then the other thing you need to sleep is a sleeping bag. This one is the Night Star 300 quad. Now a lot of Vango's sleeping bags are like mummy shaped, and I like to sleep with my legs out like this, so that's why I went for this one. It does mean that it's a little bit bigger and heavier, so I do need to get a bigger rucksack for when I eventually go kind of backpacking with it. So now all that's left to do is read the instructions on the tent, figure out how it goes up, and then put it up. Right, I've read the instructions. Sounds pretty straightforward, so now I'm just going to go for it and see if I can get it up. Move some of these twigs. Big stick there. Okay, so it's one main big pole and then these go in the ends. Let's see. This apparently goes... It would go into here, to be fair. Oh, what's that? My coat blown away. Okay, so we first peg in the poles and then we just peg everything else around it. See how it goes. Okay, I'm switching to time-lapse mode for the rest of this. The outside is up. I just need to do the inner bit now. Okay, the tent is now all up. I am slightly concerned at how wet the ground is. I feel like I'm sinking sat here right now. Okay, I'm all set up for bed. I've got the sleep mat, which I've just opened the valve, so it's currently inflating itself. And then I've got the sleeping bag here, which is so big, it takes up so much space in here. I've got a little light as well, which apparently kills bugs, so I'm going to hang that up. And I've got all my things to make a coffee in the morning, because that is the challenge, to survive in the tent and to make a coffee in the morning without having to go in the van. Right, I'm in the tent now. You can't really see a lot, but I've got this little light. There's actually so much more room in here than I thought. Like, I've not been in a backpacking tent or just a tent in general in so long, and I was expecting to be like laying here like a coffin, but I can sit up. I've still got room for my head, which is quite nice. There's so much room either side of the like sleeping bag and everything. I mean, I guess usually I'd have like my rucksack if I was going for a day trip or something. That would probably go here in this little bit. Anyway, gonna sleep now, so I'll update you in the morning on how it was.
Good morning. Not gonna lie, wasn't the best sleep I've ever had, but I think it was because I need a better pillow. I kept waking up and I felt like my head was hanging off and my neck definitely hurts a bit today. This is the pillow I have. It's not a bad pillow, but I think because I had it in the hood of the sleeping bag, I would then like roll over, like I'd move a lot in my sleep. So I would like lie on my side and then this would just move with me. So then I was no longer on the pillow. But it is like 8 o'clock, so I did sleep pretty late, to be fair. The good thing is I didn't get cold at all, so that was good. And hopefully... Oh, is that the sunshine?
Now I know that every time I go camping I'm not going to have the luxury to bring everything with me that I make a coffee with today. But since I'm right next to the van, I thought I would make sure I had everything I need to actually make a nice coffee today. And then there are ways that I can limit my coffee setup to make it lighter and to be able to take it with me for future camping. For example, I'm about to grind some coffee beans, but in the future I would probably pre-grind them and take them with me to save the weight of the grinder and save a bit of time as well. Also, apologies for the iPhone video this week. I just thought I would do a quick little video of my camping, I should put that there, of my day camping to just see how it goes. You know what, it's quite nice to just have an excuse to sit down and do everything. Is that good? Like, this stove is so noisy that it kind of scares me, but I think that's how it's supposed to be. Are you stable? Gosh, let's put on a bit of a slope. The legs of this thing are just sinking into the bars. It's kind of flat, a bit flat. Anyway, water boiling. Coffee needs to go to... I usually like to use specialty coffee where I can, but that's the good thing about the nano presser that I'm using today. You can use any old beans. This campsite is ridiculously quiet. There's like no one here, which is weird because it's half term and I was expecting it to be really busy. It's boiled already, that's fast. Coffee grounds going into the basket. And then tamp it down. Does anyone actually enjoy my coffee content, by the way? I know that when I post it on TikTok and Instagram, it usually does pretty well and people enjoy it, but I feel like I always include it in my YouTube videos, but do people actually like it? And what do people want to see more of on my channel? I mean, I've been doing such a mixture of things lately. I've been doing the ski trip, the van stuff, and some little travels around the UK. But yeah, what is there anything people enjoy most? What do you want to see? Try and do little videos like this, but sometimes getting my big camera out is a right back. I'm trying to convince myself that I need a smaller camera to be able to do YouTube, but I could also just use my iPhone like this, and stop making excuses, really. Right. Right, I'm just going to put a bit of hot water through the machine just to heat it up a little bit, and to preheat the machine and to preheat my cup. That should be preheat enough. Coffee goes into the machine, lid goes back on, fill the tank with hot water. And I know that a lot of people are going to comment saying, this is a lot of faff for a coffee, why don't you just make an instant coffee? I just really enjoy having this as part of my routine, making coffee, and yeah, it's part of my routine, so it's just something nice that I look forward to each morning, to be able to like stop and make a coffee, and it's nice to just kind of have that 10 minutes to just think about life. I don't know what, but to kind of just stop. I'm not scrolling on my phone, I'm just making coffee, and it's quite nice. Anyway, here we have an espresso. As I mentioned earlier, it's not the best quality beans that I'm using, but this machine is like a pressurized. I think I'm just rambling now too much. This machine is like a pressurized, so it basically helps to create the espresso even if you've got old, stale, cheap beans. I do have the Pico Presso, which I probably try and take sometimes to make, that makes like fresh specialty espresso. Yeah, that's the one. Right, that's done. We have an espresso. I might come and do a little close up in a minute. Now I need two. This is where today is more of a luxury than other days, because I've got a jug of milk here. I'm going to heat it up. I'm a bit worried that this stove is too powerful and it's going to burn everywhere, but let's give it a go. Yeah, usually I don't think I'd be able to like carry milk around with me, so probably usually I'll just make like an espresso and take the little UHT milks to add a bit of creaminess. I could drink it black, but I just really like the texture of a nice milky frothy coffee. Right, the milk is done. Milk, French press. And the reason I'm using a French press is because there's a bit of mud on there. We like a bit of mud in our coffee. The reason I'm using a French press is because of the mesh green on the bottom of the French press inside. It creates a really nice silky milk rather than like a stiff foam that just sits on top. So it like incorporates all of the foam inside and creates microfoam. Basically, that's what it's called. So you just gotta keep pumping it for a little bit. And I have the luxury, like I definitely wouldn't take this milk thing camping, because to wash this up would use so much water. So that's why I have the luxury of being at a campsite today and being able to wash it all up afterwards. Oh yeah. Let me show you my coffee. Oh yeah. And here it is, very nice coffee. Anyway, thanks for joining me for my first night attempting camping. I am looking forward to more camping adventures this summer. Hopefully try out some wild camping to get to some cool locations. If anyone's got any recommendations of places to go wild camping in the UK, do let me know, because it's something I want to give a go this year. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy my coffee and then tackle packing up this tent. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you next week.